Okay, so my iPad ran out of room, so the whole thing just shut down. So I'm on my iPhone, no big deal. I'm still in YouTube Studio. And so by tonight I should also know if I can live stream on YouTube, and I'll let you know. So I'm going to wrap up about 10 minutes or so of class right now. And what I'll probably do is do some adjunct videos to add to this class. So they might be bonus minutes. I don't mind. Just see where I would have liked to made the class more of a whole. But maybe not. Let's see what happens. Okay. Maybe I'll save those minutes for Kiana and Tara if you have some questions that you want to do some one-on-one stuff that I can answer for you in regards to this video. Okay, so we're going to do but we're going to do a subida step, subida. If we did it, we probably did it in a 12, so this will be, even if we did it so long ago, so it'll be good for your footwork, it'll be good in your shifting of weight, your coordination. I probably definitely didn't give you any arms. And so now we're going to do it in an 8, okay? An 8 is the same thing as a 4, but I'm going to just call it an 8. So I'm glad I wasn't talking just then. Okay, so we were working in a tientos. I believe in the tientos that I've been working in these last couple of years, this is in the beginning section before we close, before the letra. So sometimes in the very beginning we have footwork, and there's a raise in tempo, a subida, S-U-B-I-D-A, subida, and then we close, and then our singer comes in, or we call for a letra, and our singer comes in. Okay, so we have flat on the left, we have 2 longer patterns, 4 shorter patterns, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. So in my mind right now, I'm being musical. What do I mean by that? So, I haven't physically been in contact with you guys. It's been a while. But maybe you remember me talking about what my experience has been. It's easy to think, which arm do I use? Do I use the left leg, the right leg? How many times do I do that? How many are there? That's not thinking musically, right? So if I want to make things easier for you, if I'm thinking about different people, different personalities, different learning abilities and disabilities, right? The teacher, the student, right? My audience. Okay, I'm thinking in my head musically, but at the same time I'm thinking about you guys. So musically I'm thinking, how do I get back on the 3? That involves a left single, 3 right singles, and then a double on the right. All of these are separated by my left supporting heel. So I have a left, right, 1, 2, 3, and then I go to my doubles, I believe. So I believe after my initial left single flats, I have a series of 3 single right followed by a double rights. So this is time, as well as my initial left flat is time, and my supporting heel is time. So my right flat is my counter time, or my contratiempo. 1. So we start the whole step on 1. 7, 8, 1. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, if I'm not careful, a couple of things happen technically. I start launching myself forward. My knees get straight. My pelvis gets left behind me. I disengage my abdominals. So I want to go back. Fairly narrow stance. Knees are soft. My pelvis is underneath. I stay stacked. What I want to do is keep my weight back and over my left foot. I don't want to be teetering between my right and left leg. I want to stay back and in control. See how flamenco that looks? How graceful, powerful, and in control. Concise. I don't want to be here. I'm going to get out of time, right? I'm a loose cannon, right? I want to be like an arrow, right? Pew, right? Simple, but direct. Yeah? So keep it all nice and vertical and stacked. Know where your weight is, which for right now, it's on my left foot, and this foot is fairly freed up. It's still strong. It's just that I'm not constantly shifting my weight back and forth. I keep on my left foot. Even as my heel is working, my weight's on my left. Here we go again. So on a double of the right, on the second of the double, I shift my weight into my right foot. And I go slower. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm counting musically, not how many patterns I do. I'm counting in compás, in rhythm. I'm not counting how many flats. E. Shorts. I'm going to do that whole thing I just did 2 times in a row. Again. Oops, sorry. E. Second time through. I did the same exact pattern of 2 long patterns and 4 short patterns 2 times through. Again. And left. Short patterns for 4. I do the whole thing over again. Long pattern. Other side. 4 short patterns. Now this is something that's probably brand new to you. It probably looks familiar because we did something similar a long time ago in a 12. So the long and short patterns, it was probably 2 long patterns and 3 short patterns, and then it switches sides. This one's more even. We always start with the left single flat. Well, when it gets connected, it doesn't feel like a single flat anymore. It probably feels like a double. So if I just wanted to use this as I get reacquainted with it, if it looks totally foreign as I learn it, you could just use this pattern like this for a good 1 or 2 weeks if you're practicing somewhat regularly. What is practicing somewhat regularly? For me, practicing somewhat regularly is a couple of times a week. 1 time a week doesn't really qualify. It's not bad, but there's no point in practicing 1 time a week every once in a while for 4 hours. I would rather you practice 3 times a week plus had your class. That practice was like 10 or 15 minutes a day, because I believe it's better to practice less amount of time fresh and wanting to, and the material stays somewhat fresh and building, than being the weekend warrior. Okay, here we go. And shorts, long, shorts, long, shorts, long, now, a lot of times when we're going to finish something, the last time through, we make it shorter. So when we were doing our footwork patterns, for example, if we're in an 8 count, a lot of times we're going to choose, a lot of times, not always, we're going to choose to finish on 7 instead of count 8. For example, we could do something like, our last time through, we could do something like, to that side. When I come back from the 3rd short one, I resolve it. I'm still finishing on count 8, but I don't connect it. There's no connector. My last flat is a little bit harder, and I stop the sound. Now, this one is actually gonna go on to 1 foot. I'll do that in another video.